Hello guys and welcome to another Battle Epic live stream. You're joined with us, Krail and Al from Battlefield Community League. How are you guys doing?
Hey, Wildy, all good, all good. Yourself, really looking forward to this match, especially because one of the team's anarchists are coming from the Czechoslovakian community, which is very close to me, as that's where I'm originally from. So I'm really looking forward. And I have to remain neutral, but I hope that this will go into their favor.
Yeah, and how are you doing, Al?
Fantastic, thanks. Fantastic, thanks. Great to be here. As always, great to be here. Looks like we've kicked.
Yeah, and the action has kicked off, and today we're joined by Dutchies and XAnarchy. XAnarchy in the blue, Dutchies in the red. Let's get this going. Let's get this going.
The first engagement may occur between Alpha and Charlie here as I'm watching the map. Although both teams seem to be hanging back a little, so looks like it's now going to be Bravo.
Yeah, I'm joining Armon here, who's down with the bar telescopic, trying to engage the guys at Charlie, but he's just getting gunned down too much, and Testosterone is now on his own, pushing that Charlie flag.
And the first blood has been spilled by Daniel from the XAnarchist, but straight away it started. We can see that one of the flags, two flags are being held by the Dutchies. There are some fights happening on the Bravo. It's being contested by the anarchists. There are two players from the anarchists, Zorad and the Lecter, and are you overrated? And the Star Purple are trying to defend it. Now there's a Daniel respawning to support them, but they are going to take it.
Yeah, they ended up heavily outnumbered there. There was 4 against 2 there. There's still one hanging back for his mates to spawn in, so it's going to be contested yet again.
Yeah, I'm here with Shot here, who is trying to defend Alpha against 3 people push. It takes out one, unfortunately can't take out the second, and the third has decided to push back. But as we can see, Dutchies managed to grab Charlie. They're pushing towards Bravo, but unfortunately for them, anarchists are taking Alpha. So
right now we are looking at a match that is balanced when it comes to ticks, but it's very, very active and very fast when it comes to kills. You can see that there's some killing happening all the time. The people respawn and people getting absolutely wrecked by the other team. It's really fast and really active game when it comes to the kills, and the scoreboard is at the same 14-14.
And all the action still appears to be at this Bravo flag here. I'm watching the flag now, and there's been people on it from both sides all the while this game started. As soon as they met each other, they've both been at it. And most of the time, the anarchists seem to have had the better of it. But the two guys in there, 2 on 3 at the moment, so the battle's not over.
I mean,
they got 3 on 1.
They keep trying to push out the buildings here, and anarchists are just waiting outside for them, just gunning them down whenever they appear. And it appears they've managed, by doing that, to secure the Bravo flag for themselves. And for those of you watching, I don't know if you can see, if you hover on the right hand side of your screen, you have the option to enter into a little poll here for your favourite of who's going to win. So make sure you select, make sure you place a vote, and let's see if you guys are correct.
It appears now the Bravo battle has finally been settled, and it does look like the anarchists have won that battle, but it is still 22 tickets to 21, so it's still a very tight game. Looks like there's a bit of action going over there at the Alpha flag. I'll try and get over there.
And I'm just looking at the Alpha. It's being contested by Echo Shot, and there's a Daniel trying to defend it, and he managed to kill him. There's no one else from Dutchies, so it looks like that the anarchists are going to be successful in defending this flag. There's some crossfire coming from the Charlie, but it's pretty far away. I don't think that there's going to be any kills or any harm to the Alpha flag. And anarchists are holding Alpha and Bravo.
Lecter's going off at the moment here. He slid round the corner and took one of the Dutchies players pushing in from the Charlie road, turns around and wipes another 2 pushing from Alpha. He seems to be the bulwark of the team, sticking on a flag, and it looks like he's defending it. So, awesome job by Lecter there.
Well, yeah, while the Dutchies were firing kiss into the Alpha there, and they did actually manage to pull off both the kills and sneak in and start capping, but they've recovered. They've got 2 guys in whose one's just fallen against the big man from the Dutchies. It's 1-on-1, so what's going to happen here? They managed to escape out the window onto the roof, drop down, and we're going to see it. Yep, and the anarchists have taken it. So they're going to
He's
keep
going
that flag.
down. That was a headshot. He was just jumping there around the roof. He was trying to play with the time. He was trying to keep them focused on the Alpha. But it looks like that the Anarchists are still strongly holding both Alpha and Bravo, and there's nothing happening at the moment. It looks like the two players from the Dutchies are overrated, and Silverplex are trying to push on Bravo, while the Echo Shot is going back onto the Alpha. Or actually, no, he might be joining them on Bravo. Yep. And Dutchies are trying to contest Bravo right now. It's being defended by Vzorets.
Yeah, and
Well, that's...
oh, you go, Al. I'll be the gentleman.
Well, while that was going over to the Charlie, the Anarchists have pushed towards the Charlie there, and both the guys were in the bigger building of the two. One's come out looking for him, and it looks like he may pay for it. No, he's managed to avoid it. He's doing quite well, but they're now two Dutchies here, so looks like they may keep this. Although Lecter is hanging back, waiting for his friend to spawn, but Testosterone has come in there to try and get him, and he's failed there, and his mate's now spawned on him. It's 2-1 for the Anarchists.
Yeah, and Anarchist, as you can see, Daniel's now pushed over. He's waiting for Lecter to probably spawn on him, and it's going to be a 2-on-2 on Charlie. Like you said, let's see what Daniel can do. He's sporting what looks like to be the Bar Storm, so very, very good weapon for him to be using at the moment. As long as he can stay out of those extreme long-range engagements, he should be good.
Meanwhile, I was looking at the Bravo where Dutchies managed to snatch it. There was a really good play by Eccleshot and Aryu. Overrated, who are defending it actively. But now there's a respawn of 3 players from the Anarchists. There's Zorets, there's Pharaoh, and there's a Kostichka coming in. Aryu Overrated is there alone. I don't think, no, he's being supported by one of his teammates, but he's going down. Now it's alone against 3, and he managed to kill them both. Very good action from Silverplex, who's taking down Pharaoh and the Kostichka, and he's going to defend Bravo, but there's still someone hiding in. There's a Zoret who's hiding inside of the building.
Yeah, I mean, this would be a big play if Suplex can push in and grab the 2 kills now. If you look on the minimap of the players are in, possibly 3 depending. Yep, there's 3 players in Bravo. Can Suplex go all the way and go for the triple? Just can't finish that guy off in the building, can he? So doing a good job so far, sliding like a lunatic, but unfortunately outnumbered 4-1. But I'm jumping on Lecter here, who seems to be going 2-on-1 for the Charlie flag. He's being pushed along the road. He's waiting patiently. Hits behind a bush, takes out Mon. He keeps doing this. He likes to bait players in, wait for them around corners, and just get the easy kills. And he's doing it very, very well. He knows there's someone in the building. He's going to do the same thing. Try and bait the players out. Wait for them to get comfy. Takes out one, and unfortunately can't take out Eccleshot there.
Yeah, it looked like Eccleshot was employing a similar tactic. I think he knew what he was up to, and he was trying to bait him back. And I think he eventually did manage to do it once he killed his friend there.
Yeah, and going back to the poll here, guys, it looks like we're all 100% in favour for the Dutchies to win this round. And I mean, they're doing a great job, and they've managed to even the tide now. They've clawed back the 20 tickets that they were behind. And now they hold the flag majority here. Very close game between the two teams. Very, very exciting to watch these guys go head to head.
That is exactly 59-6. It was quite a big difference, but Dutchies managed to make it up. And now we can see that Aryu Overrated is trying to see if there's anyone defending Bravo, so he could try to go for a triple cap, but they are losing Charlie at the same time. He's stuck here. I'm not sure what he's doing right now, but there is Zoris and Pharaoh who are defending it inside of the buildings. Let's take a look at Charlie, where the action is happening, and you can see that it's 63-63. Unbelievably close game. It's absolutely on the same level.
Yeah, and it's up to Mon for the Dutchies here to push into Charlie, get the respawns on his team, and take this guy out in the corner. It's up against Lecter, who's got very, very pinpoint accuracy with that Hellrigel, and he shows some serious class there.
And if you look at the scoreboard now, there are five kills coming from the Anarchists. This might be a breaking point. They managed to wipe out the Dutchies, and they are all respawning on Alpha. Now they are splitting. One of them is going... Actually, yeah, one of them is going into the Charlie. 2 of them are heading towards the Bravo. But, you know, this wipeout was enough for Anarchists to keep Bravo and Charlie, and now they are making the advantage. They are getting into the advantage.
Yeah, and it's this is going to be crucial now for the Dutchies. It's getting into that range and that period of the game where if they don't do something quick, they're going to need a triple cap to win. So they have to push and get that second flag.
Oh, Mom,
And it looks like they might be successful.
Oh yeah, Bravo's going.
But we got if I can pronounce that name, we're going to call him Zorik here.
Zoritz.
Yeah, he pulls back, allows two of his team to spawn on him. Very smart move, and they are just going and clearing in that building. But we've got the Dutchies players here just not really moving around too much. They just keep getting wiped, and now their push on Charlie has been halted by Daniel here.
And at the moment, the flags are unchanged. Bravo and Charlie are being held by the Anarchists. As you can see, that they are slowly making up into the final 100 ticks. They have 84 compared to 75, 85 to 75, which is a 10 points advantage. And Dutchies have to do something quickly.
Yeah, I think they're starting to get a little bit desperate now. They started pushing in ones rather than as a group because they only need to push. I think that's going to be the downfall, unfortunately.
Well, they're getting into the range now. If Anarchists get another 4 more tickets, they're going to need to get a triple cap in order to win the game. And Dutchies are going to need to get fast.
Oh, big push on Bravo here by Testosterone and Supertex. Is that his name? I believe it is, although Testosterone has just gone down.
Superlex.
Superlex, my apologies there. He's put my glasses on.
Well, I mean, this is Dutchies map, just to let you guys know. It's something they need to win.
It's 91 to 84, 92 to 84, but now they managed to grab 2 flags, but straight away they are losing Alpha. There's the Lecter and Daniel who are against Superlex, who's been supported with a long fire from Charlie. I don't think that's going to be effective. There's Echo Shot coming in, and Superlex is going inside. And there are 3 players. There's Testosterone who's supporting them. Now there's the Lecter is alone inside on Alpha, and they are going to lose it.
This could be good. 96 to 87. They're going to get the 2 flags here.
Yeah, and we've got Rated Hero Bravo going for the triple. Takes out 1. He's pushing up to the top. He's got 1 player to defeat. This is going to be the big kill of the game. Oh, and he goes down. No. Oh, Rated.
97 to 90.
Oh, that was the big kill of the game that could have won them the round there.
Oh. Yep, and I think the Pharaoh ended up the comeback, so no comeback is real in this game, and it looks like it will be going into the favor of Anarchists.
But what a close round here, 99 to 93.
Yeah,
oh my god, 2 teams really wanting to get the win here. Man.
It's crazy how they make up the difference. You know, they were losing by 20-25 points, and now 7 points difference at the end of the round. First round goes into the pocket of the Anarchists, and we are looking at another 3 rounds, which will be definitely exciting. What do you think? Do you think that changing the side is going to make much of a difference? Because it's pretty balanced. You know, the teams are on the same level.
Well, personally, I think it only matters at the beginning of the round here, and especially on this map, it doesn't make too much a difference late game. Once the teams get set and they push for the Bravo flag, you just have this massive rotation going on between the 2 teams. So I think right now it doesn't matter too much. Obviously in games like Suez, if you get the Charlie spawn, you're guaranteed the early Bravo cap, and that can make all the difference.
Look, and you know the thing is that in this map or in this round, it was all around there was a very small movement around Alpha and Charlie. I believe that they changed them only 2 or 3 times, but the Bravo was the main point of the fights. Let's see if they are going to a different tactic or if they are going to stick with this one.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I think they're going to stay with the same tactic. I mean, both teams have the same playstyle. They like to flank for the home flags. They like to have their aggressive players, like we saw Testosterone and Lecter, on each respective team, push for the flags there, and they're kind of big slayers for them. So I think we're against two very evenly balanced teams with the same playstyle.
I think you could be right there, Wildy, especially as there was only 7 tickets difference in the game. There's no real major need to make any big changes for either team. It's just maybe getting them big kills like the one you spoke of in the first round there that could make the difference.
Oh, honestly, I feel gutted for Rated there. It's that I can just imagine what the comms must have been like for the team. He must have been screaming down the mic, like honestly, screaming.
Look, like we are all active players, so we know the struggle when you die. Something like this, it's definitely you don't want to experience it, and especially you might have that feeling that you let your team down, but it's just about the bad luck, and maybe the enemy was in the better position, but they played a good game, and if I had to guess, I think that this round will be going into the favor of Dutchies.
Yeah, I mean. The second round has kicked off with Dutchies in the blue, Anarchist in the red. Both teams seem to be going heavily for Bravo. Anarchist making their first, and it looks like we're going to be with Caustic here putting a bit of firepower down on the Charlie flag.
Yep, there's 3 of them here at the Bravo flag for the Anarchists, with only 2 of the Dutchies who are quite far apart from each other, and one of them has gone down already, and now there's 4 Anarchists here, so I think they may well hold on to this flag for a little while yet.
And we've got Rated, who appears to be playing Fortnite, sitting in the bush, just waiting on that push to Bravo. He gets some hit markers with the incendiary grenade. He gets incendiary himself, which allows him to go down. And already we're seeing Anarchists take the initiative in this game, holding those 2 flags.
They are holding Alpha and Bravo. The difference is only 4 points now. The Alpha is being contested by Testosterone and Overrated, who are trying to push, and they managed to wipe them out. Overrated managed to... Actually, he did kill his own team. Yeah. It looks like he killed Testosterone.
I think he got a bit gun-ho there. Testosterone was in a bit of a precarious situation, and it looked like Rated just sprayed through the door and got him through the side there. So I think he just got a bit too gun-ho there. And
I'm sure he's forgiven me, got the flag for him.
Yeah. I mean, he's got some making up to do, and capping that Alpha flag's definitely got to be redeeming himself. Picks off a second guy there. He's got a third to contend with. And he's going off at the moment. Absolutely off. Oh, Overrated is.
Maybe he's not so
overrated. He is overrated. Or underrated, is it?
Yeah. But it looks like we've got Overrated's defending the Alpha flag. Dutchies taking a lot more of a defensive approach as Anarchists stack up on the Charlie flag, looking to grab the push. And Mon wiping out Caustic and Lecter there. Daniel doesn't know what to do. He just saw 2 of his friends get gunned down like it was Saving Private Ryan. And he's just waiting in the corner.
And now this was the same situation that happened to Dutchies. Now they got wiped out. The whole squad got wiped out in the previous round. Now they paid the debt back, and they managed to wipe out Anarchists. Now they are fighting on Charlie, but it looks like the Dutchies will be able to defend it. And you can see that now the 4 points difference is in their favor. Again, crazily balanced game. I just can't believe it. It looks like it's 5 same people playing against each other.
Yeah, and we've seen now the Anarchists are making a heavy push on the Alpha flag there. 4 of the team have gone charging in. 1 of them are down already though, and they're smashing the hell out of that building there with the rocket guns there. Which I can't say to blame them. That'd be me as well if there's bodies in there.
I mean, I just witnessed Echo Shot trying to be a little bit cheeky on the Bravo flag, hiding behind the corner. Unfortunately, he got taken out by 1208. Crail, can you please help me pronounce some of these names? They're a bit
absolutely, absolutely. would like to get some Czechoslovakian lessons. It looks like that's the first name when you look at the scoreboard is Pharaoh. It looks like it's his first name.
Pharaoh, that's the one I was trying to pronounce.
I guess you can pronounce the Lecter. The third one is Vzorec. The fourth one is Kostička, and the 5th one is Daniel. So you got there Pharaoh, Vzorec, and Kostička.
Nice.
Now I really now I understand how, you know, or if Jampu was here, he would understand how we feel when we have to pronounce the Finnish names of his you know, of the players from his nationality. It's just impossible.
Yeah. I try and pick that one little key bit, but with some of these names, it just looks like letters to me. So it's finding it a bit hard.
I struggle
And
with
meanwhile,
English, never mind Czech.
While
we were having a chat here, Anarchist really did a great push on Alpha. It was 4 of them pushing Alpha, and they are now holding Alpha and Bravo. But the Bravo is being contested by Testosterone, Eccleshot, and Are You Overrated?
Well, I just saw Eccleshot here waited with Rated there behind a wall for the play to come out, and they lit him up outside the door like a firing squad. And it looks like Rated is on the Bravo flag with Eccleshot there.
Yeah, they've taken that easy there. It looks like
well, it could be getting a triple here. It's all up to Testosterone now. The weight of the world is on his shoulders. It's up to him, and unfortunately, he gets gunned down.
It was too heavy. Too heavy.
Too heavy for him. Which is Mon here defending the Charlie flag. He sees players there using that bar telescopic. Seems to be a bit of a favourite now that it's allowed in the tourney. I think it was banned in Season 2. But yeah, I see a lot of support players using it now.
Halfway there, we have the
There was the last update, you know, and in the last update there were some updates to the mechanics how the gun works, and I believe that guns that get a little bit nerfed.
It doesn't feel like, it doesn't look like it when you're watching here. The accuracy is on point. The damage is exactly what you want. And yeah, I mean, we've seen Anarchists are now taking the Charlie flag. And Dutchies really need to push onto Alpha and defend Bravo now, because they're in a bit of a precarious spot where Anarchists are the ones trying to win this game and Dutchies are trying to defend.
And they might get a triple cap here as well, might the Anarchists. They've already got 2 flags and Bravo's going, so it's the right way of going about getting that lead chopped down. Yeah,
and it looks like that they will be able to do this. There was few players who got killed. Is it a triple cap even when the flag is not fully loaded?
So
you know, like, is it counted for 3 flags?
No, you have to completely cap the flag for it to count as the triple. And it's only when the flag's then going down, as in that down timer, that the tickets still count.
Okay, so it's not counting when it's going up.
No, definitely not, and that's why you see Dutchies are still in the lead somehow. And Excellent here spraying like a
but it might be
lunatic.
changing.
Yeah, and this is going to be it. This is going to be a triple cap to Anarchists, and it's going to see them shoot into the lead, because Dutchies are a bit spread out at the moment here. And again,
It was a quick one. Now the Alpha is being contested by Pharaoh, who's on fire. He's stuck inside of the building and he's down. He was alone against 3 players, overrated, Eccleshot and the Superlegs. And they managed to hold Alpha. Now 2 of them, overrated and Superlegs, are going to head towards the Bravo, while Eccleshot is going for the Charlie, and he's meeting the resistance there of Daniel and Zoritz.
And that there shows just the damage a triple cap does. There was about 9 or 10 tickets behind, and it was only a few seconds they held that triple cap for, but now they're like 8 points in front, so it's a big play. Was that could win the match?
Yeah, no, most definitely. It's in a game like this, in the last round we saw, 7 tickets between the 2 teams. To get a lead of almost 10 tickets now, at this stage of the game, it's going to be absolutely key for Anarchists. Absolutely key for Anarchists. But what
once again, when the triple cap happened, it was a squad wipe. Anarchists managed to wipe out Dutchies on Bravo. I believe it was the big fight on Bravo, but now they will be losing Charlie.
Yeah, but while that's happening,
they're losing Alpha.
There is taking Alpha as well, so it's going to be 1 flag lost and 1 gain, no change.
And again, it's up to Rated now to push back to Alpha and try and clutch this win for his team. He's waiting patiently for the players to move off of the flag. He's waiting a few seconds more, and now he's going to push on. Good play by Rated, very smart thinking there.
Yeah, he let him push on through the middle there and wait around the outskirts for him to go, and then it slipped in. It's in there. It wasn't Rated. It was it was Rated.
Yeah, it was Rated. Testosterone pushing in. Rated gets a good kill on Lector there. Was it Lector? No, Caustic there. And again, Dutchies hold 2 flags, but it's at the point of the game now where they will need a triple if they stand any chance of winning. So they have to go big, or they better go home.
And Eskel shots there. He's having a go at it. He's just taken 2 of the anarchists out there, and he's moving in. Oh, 2 more waiting for him now, and they finish him off. Bless him.
Bless him.
Yeah. It was a big push. He did well to take 2 of them on. He was trying to take the whole team though, and maybe a little bit too much for him.
Dutchies doing really good at the moment, trying to defend their alpha flag, but I think it's going to be a fight between Testosterone and Rated, pinning them in between them to try and defend this flag, because they need to do it. They need to get the wipe now, and then they need to push onto Bravo quick.
If they manage to keep those 2 flags, do you think it will be enough for them to win the game? It might be. Or I believe it will be.
They need 20, so they might win by 1 ticket here. But they can't afford to lose a flag for a second.
And it looks like they're about to lose the alpha flag, just as you said that, although Testosterone is aware of it.
Yeah, he needs to jump on that now. He needs to jump on that now. He can't afford to wait.
And he's being supported by another 2 players.
Oh,
and they're losing Charlie as well. What, Dutchies? No! Don't end this on a triple cap, please.
No, they're going to keep alpha, I do believe. They've just wiped them out there at alpha, so they're going to keep alpha, but they are losing Charlie flag, so I think that could be game over.
That was their chance. I mean, they had an opportunity there where they wiped 3 of the anarchist players, and at that point someone should have had a firecracker up his arse and just pushed for Bravo, and he should have pushed hard. And I think that would have secured them the lead in this case.
And now they need a triple cap. There's no other way. Only a triple cap is the only thing that can change the way the game is going. 97 to 88 in favor of anarchists.
I mean,
they've got Bravo now, but it's not enough.
A general rule of thumb for me is if they've got more than double points, then you need a triple cap. But 90
they do.
to 80
There's only
not
2
bad.
points missing.
But they're going to end this on a triple cap here. Bravo's going down.
Look at this.
Alpha's
look
going
at this.
down.
That's
Anarchists.
crazy.
Get the horns out. Ending the round with a near triple cap there, Anarchists. Winning the second round there.
Only a 9-ticket difference though, so still a well-contested game there from both teams.
Yeah, I mean, very close games. And even though Dutchies aren't winning the rounds, the tickets matter in this case. Because if they end up tying on the leaderboard in their group stage, it will go down to ticket difference, and that is where it will matter. So getting these 90 points, 97 points, 93, it's going to it could play out in their favour later on.
Yeah, most definitely.
Now, when we are looking at the scoreboard, you can see that Armon was doing really well, 17 to 6. Are overrated 11 to 9, Testosterone 12 to 9. On the other team, the only person with the positive score is going to be the Lecter, but they still managed to win. As you can see, it's not just about the kills.
Yeah, I know. What I saw Anarchist doing a lot is they were pushing onto a flag. The 2 out of the 3 players were getting wiped, and the 3rd just ran and hid. Allowed the 3 players to push on, waits for the enemy to run away from the flag, thinking he's done a good job defending, and then they cap it from underneath their noses. So it's a lot smarter gameplay there.
And right now we are looking at the second map we are going to play. We can see that the Anarchists are going to be starting in the team of the Allies, and we have Dutchies on the team of Austro-Hungarian forces.
Yeah, and just to note, the Dutchies map was St. Quentin's Scar. Unfortunately, they couldn't win that one, or those 2 rounds even. And it's up to them now to see if they can return the favour to Anarchists and win their map.
We are looking at the Empire Edge map. Now, when you look at from how the map is built, it's going to be the biggest fights in Bravo. The Alpha and Charlie are a home flags, and the Bravo is in the middle. It was quite different on the previous map where you had to move actually, and there was no difference if you go to Alpha, Bravo, or Charlie. They are all exactly on the same, so far from each other. so it doesn't really matter. But now here Bravo is in the middle, and let's take a look soon.
And the game has just started. We've got Anarchists in the blue, Dutchies in the red. Dutchies going straight into Bravo. They're going to get there first, but Anarchists are quick on the ball there. I mean, for my playstyle and how I've played this map before, Bravo is the key. Whoever holds Bravo tends to hold the map.
Yeah, but you can focus on Bravo too much on this, and you can end up in a situation where you're stuck in Bravo and the other team have...
Dutchies focus solely on Bravo, and Anarchists have now got the triple cap. First in the game. Let's get this going, guys.
What I was trying to say is you could end up with just the Bravo and trapped in there, which I've seen happen to teams, but it was a complete whitewash there. It really lost everything.
But
It was a really good play by Vzorec, who went into Charlie alone, and he managed to kill the player from the Dutchies. They were all focused on Bravo. They didn't send anyone on Alpha, and Anarchists had a player on Alpha. They had a player on Charlie, and they sent 3 players onto Bravo. So it was a fast triple cap. Look at this, 20 points different straight away. Boom.
But now the Dutchies are going to get the 2 flags, and it looks like... Oh, looks like the Dutchies are going for the triple. No, they're not. No, they're not, because they're losing Charlie. Getting a bit excited there. Sorry, boys.
Yeah, just switching to Zorek here. He's using the Russian 1985, playing as a recon. I mean, personally, I would have maybe ran with the Gawur 95 infantry or the SMLE here. So I'm just curious as to what his choice between picking the Russian is. He's got a slower fire rate. The one-shot kill is, I think, a bit further away than the SMLE, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you could be right.
Now on this map, you know, there's no huge bullet drop because it's pretty close. And on this map, you have exactly the sweet spot where you can one shot one kill anyone. You know, so that's the only advantage of picking Russian, or you know, it might be a player's preference.
Yeah, definitely, and he gets a very nice clean headshot there. I think I'm just going to follow Zorek for the rest of the game because he lined that up perfectly, and we saw the pink miss there.
And, I think the map choice has been the Anarchists is definitely showing here, because this is the biggest ticket difference we've seen so far in this game between the 2 teams. And
well, it's not a very played map, you know. It's a very unique map to play, like Monte Grappa. A lot of teams don't play it, so they don't practice it. And then when a team does pick it, like we saw there, Dutchies didn't really know what to do on the map. They pushed straight for the Bravo. They got wiped on Charlie, and they got early game triple capped.
Yeah, I think you could be right there. To be fair, you don't see this map much in competitive, so people. I mean, it's not a map I tend to practice on so much, so it can catch you unawares.
Yeah, it's one of those games. It's one of those maps that you sit with your team and go, "Oh, let's go over this map." You run it through once, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm bored of that. Let's move on to the next one."
Yeah. Could be a smart move on the Anarchist part there, picking a map not many people
Dutchies
play.
aren't doing bad.
Liking it.
They're holding Bravo, and they're pinning now the Anarchist players on the Alpha here.
Yeah, they've definitely closed that gap a little, so see if they can chip away at that ticket lead. They've got the time to.
But Anarchist methodically wiping players one by one here, and now they're encroaching on Bravo. They're going for the pincer. 2 going tower, 1 gets taken out by Mon, and 1 is already in the building. Mon needs to pull back now, wait for the respawns, and hope the rest of his team can help him out here.
The game is still going in the favor of the Anarchists, but it's quite a while they are holding only Alpha, and they can't really move, you know, because there's a really good defense by Dutchies inside of the Bravo. And Charlie, you have a view from the windows of Bravo, so if you are holding Bravo, you can still scope and snipe on the Charlie, and it's really hard to push it, you know, because there's a lot of open space in Charlie, and it's straight away right here under the windows of Bravo. So right now they are making up for the huge loss that they had at the beginning. It's only 11 points difference.
Yeah, I mean, we could see a triple cap
snuck in there for a triple cap. Yeah, he's under the bridge and it's a bit slow to notice, but Lector's on him, so the 2 big guns are up against each other, but Lector does have the height advantage, and now he's got a man. Although Testosterone's coming in to support as well, so this could be very interesting.
Yeah, but what's happened here is they've overextended and they've allowed Anarchists to get round behind them and cap the Charlie. And I think we're going to see what you were talking about earlier, Mark, where now you're trapped in Bravo. There's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Personally,
not
I
a good
think
situation to be in.
Yeah, I think Dutchies should have just held the positions, and just keep pinning Anarchists in Alpha. They should have just not bothered for the triple.
Yeah, I think I'd agree, because it looks like they're going to have the triple against them now. Although it could go either way at the moment. It's 1-on-1.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I personally wouldn't have done that. You know what Anarchists are doing now is they're splitting the team up, and now they're just going for the flags.
Meanwhile, I was looking at the Charlie where Zoretz was defending it alone, and he did a really great grenade kill on Eccleshot, who went too close to him, and he walked straight away into the grenade while Zoretz was backing up. He had a very low HP, so now they managed to defend Charlie, but straight away they lost Alpha. But they might be getting Bravo right now. It looks like they might be.
Oh, and I think you've jinxed them, because it's starting to swing the other way, although it is 1-on-1.
Oh, unluckily for Oracle there. Pharaoh manages to push in, get the kill on Bravo. And now it's Anarchist's turn to turn around and give Dutchies their own medicine at this point.
Once again, we're not seeing a massive ticket difference, though. It's only 13 tickets. It's not a huge difference. It could still go either way, although Dutchies need to do something and do it very quickly.
I mean, one's doing good, but he's gone 2 against 1 there, and unfortunately he had his pistol out, so not going well for him. But Dutchies doing really good. They were, what, like 30 tickets behind at the beginning of this game here, and now they've reduced that, like Mark said, or hour even, sorry, forgive me for that,
all right.
To just 13 odd tickets here. And again, they're pushing that triple cap. They are relentless at this point. They're out for blood. They want to win this map. It's 64-51. Unfortunately, Anarchists still maintaining the lead.
There was a really good play on Bravo inside of the building by Lecter, who unfortunately gets killed by Superlex. He was alone against 3 players from the Dutchies. He managed to kill 2 of them, but now they are pushing back. Daniel and Pharaoh are pushing against Superlex, who's alone. He's not even on the full HP.
Yeah, look at that triple cap here. They got it just for a second, and they managed to claw just a few more points back. Unfortunately, only 2 tickets for what they needed. But again, if they hold 2 flags, they can still win this game. They just have to go in big and not lose any flags. And as I say that, I'm unfortunately losing that alpha flag there.
Yeah, Kostcheka, is that about his name? He's in there, he's snuck in there, I've not noticed him. Kostcheka. Kostic. Got to call him Kostic.
Yeah, call him Kostic. And yeah, you can see that the difference is only 10 points, but now, and again, the really good defending by the Anarchists who are pushing, or sorry, who are defending, but there's Armon pushing in, and he's trying to contest Bravo with testosterone, but I don't think he knows that Pharaoh is behind him. No, he knows.
He's done it. Oh, go on, Mon.
I don't know how he knew that he's behind.
What happened was the other player took a few pot shots, saw him through the window, and Mon then just decided to turn around, and he turned around at the right moment there.
The flags are changing hands quite a lot in this round. You can see it's a small map, can't you? With how fast the flags change hands.
But unfortunately, Dutchies nearly got triple cap there. They have to be very, very careful with what's going on, and they're in a stage now where they have to get. I think they have to get a triple cap now, if I'm not mistaken, to win this round.
Yeah, they're going to need it, and then
I mean, they need 25 or 35 tickets now compared to the 20 that the Anarchists need.
Yeah, they might win with only holding 2 flags, but it will be very close. You know, they need 17 points. They need 35 points. Yeah. Well, it will be 1-1. They will lose by 1 point.
I can hear the music coming. That fat lady's warming
But
up.
Lecter's ruthless at the moment. Takes out 2 people on Alpha. Just barely, though. And he's capping that underneath Dutchie's noses. Oh, what a cheeky little sod. Picks up the dead Dutchie's player's med kit. Throws down a health pack. Revives, heals himself, and then switches back to the assault.
Oh, that's a smart move. I like
Cheeky
that.
little sod him.
We control all of
Smart
And this
thinking
is
though.
going to be a triple cap at the end of the round.
Yeah, just to seal the victory for them there. Bit of a bigger ticket difference in this round.
I know it has been interrupted, but anyway, it's another round in favor of Anarchists, who are winning now 3-0.
Very good game so far, and Dutchies were very close, but I think they just got a little bit too greedy trying to push for the triple mid game.
I really apologize. I was expecting that the main fights are going to be happening in Bravo, but it was happening just all around. It was just crazy. They were fighting Alpha, Bravo, Charlie. You know, if they realized that the Bravo is heavy defended, they just went for Alpha or Charlie, and it was a really interesting match to watch. If you look at the scoreboard, Lecter 27-13. That's a 2.0 kill dead ratio. Zoretz 14-4. That's it's almost 4 times kill death ratio. And look, the scores, you can see a lot of kills: 13-13, 14, 13-13. It was just crazy.
Well, what we saw there was a lot again, like a lot of pushing in there, and it all came down to a lot of those 2-on-1 engagements. A lot of the time, obviously, when one had the there was flag in, there was on that Charlie flag, he had a 1-on-3 situation, took one out with the sniper, got round behind the other with the pistol, and then took the other guy out on the stairs. So he did an awesome job there. But no, very good game so far. Really, really enjoying it.
Now, right now we are waiting for, let's see who's missing. There's one player from the Anarchist who's missing, and now he's back in. But actually, I believe they replaced one of the players. There's Ramkilla from the Anarchists. So yes, they had to replace one of the players from the Anarchists.
Yeah, and we're about to begin. This is the last chance for Dutchies to get a point from the game. But that's not to say that they've had a bad game, though. They're doing very, very well.
Yeah, that was the last game was the biggest ticket difference. I mean, they've played very well indeed. It's just been like one moment really in either game that's lost it for them, and it's still been very close. So all to play for. They shouldn't put their heads down yet.
And here we go. The match number 4 is, or the game number 4, round number 4. It's live, and we can see that the Ramkilla, the new player from the Anarchists, is rushing towards Alpha, but he's against 3 players from the Dutchies alone. He's managed to kill one of them. He's now there against Armon, who's taking him down. And the Bravo and the Charlie are being grabbed by Anarchists straight away.
We have taken objective Charlie.
Let's look inside of the building.
Yeah, I'm here with Pharaoh here, who's getting round behind some of the players, I think. Tries to take up one, but overrated, wins that engagement with 9 health. He's got someone else challenging, I think. Nope, not at the moment. Bravo's going towards Dutchies, with Lector just sitting at the dining room table, casually waiting for people to join him.
He's just waiting for the respawn here. Absolutely now. Pharaoh is up, Lecter is up. They're trying to push. He managed to take down one. He's on fire, and he burns.
Oh, Lecter manages to dodge in his sentry there. And again, he's going to do the same thing. He's going to sit, wait patiently, get the respawn to allow his team to push on. Again, Dutch is here holding the 2 flags. They just need to be patient now. They can't overextend. Oh, Lecter with the 3-piece there. Big kills. Big kills.
And Alpha and Bravo, this game is a little bit slower compared to the previous one. Alpha and Bravo are being held by the Dutchies, and the Anarchists are being careful. You know, they don't want to overdo it, that they will rush on Bravo, but they will actually try to, and they will be successful in getting the Bravo. I believe they managed to wipe out the guys.
No, Dutchies managed to spawn in just at the nick of time there, and it's allowing them to recap the Bravo flag. Dutchies
there's
doing a
still one
very
guy
good job
upstairs.
defending. I think they've learned
The
now that it's all about not so much getting the kills and being aggressive, but playing smart. Which again is a very, very good thing to learn. I just wish they could have done it earlier on in the game, you know?
Yeah.
Wish I could have learned that 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams wish they could have done that. It's not
still
all about the
trying to learn
slaying.
Yeah, like it's really great and it looks really good if you have the positive kill death ratio on the scoreboard, but you still have to remember that this game is, or this specific type of the game is about the tickets or the things, about the objectives more than getting kills.
Oh, for a second there, the Dutchies did have a triple cap, and I think they may regain it and all. Well, they're battling hard over it. Oh, they've lost Alpha
Well,
as well.
the thing
but
is,
for
they made a
second did have
massive
it.
gamble there, Al. They decided
Yeah.
to go for the triple, and they got held up too much on Charlie, and it's allowed them to lose Alpha basically. But it's up to Rated to call out, spot for the team, kill as many as he can coming off of Alpha, and allow his team to push back into Bravo to defend. This is a critical point of the game, but 40-19, it's crazy what Dutchies have managed to do to Anarchist considering how the last 2 rounds went.
Yeah, they've definitely not let the heads go down. They've got a fire under their arse, and maybe the Anarchists have got a little bit overconfident there as well, and that's probably what's made the difference in the swing.
Oh, most definitely, and it looks like Dutchie's very, very quick around the map, wasting no time getting towards the flags. I think we're going to join onto Echo Shot here, who's looking to join Suplex, who's doing a good job defending. Lecter takes him out very clutchly, but Overrated has managed to spawn. Can he pick up what Suplex couldn't? Yes, he does. There's still one more player.
We have lost objective apples.
And, yeah, so...
And once again, you can see Lecter waiting in the corner of the Bravo. He's again waiting for a respawn. This must be his most favorite spot because he's there sitting all the time.
Yeah,
Wow.
most definitely. I mean, I know what I would do in this situation, but I don't want to give it away.
We
You would
have a
rush it.
triple
You would
cap.
rush it, and you would rush, and you would die. That's.
Oh wow! Hold on, guys. Let me just go get a bucket of water to dip my burning head in.
And there was a short triple cap by the Dutchies, and they are now winning 44 points, and it keeps growing. They still keep holding the triple cap. Now it's gone. And look at that, 50 points difference straight away.
Oh, but
This is
what are
impressive from the
Dutchies
Dutchies.
doing to Anarchist at the moment? It's like a completely different game, and it's like a completely different team turned up for the round here.
Yeah, it shows a lot of character and a lot of strength of character that they're doing this to them on the last round after losing 3 in a row. The heads haven't gone down. They haven't lost the fight. If anything, they've got more fighting. So nice to see.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, Anarchists need a triple cap, and they could have that on Bravo, but Dutchies again doing a good job to hold. And Dutchies can just sit comfortably now. All they can just do is just run around the map, get a kill, hold a flag here and there, and they'll win just by doing that. So they're in a very good position at the moment. Very well done.
Yeah, and they're
But
taking
they're not
Alpha again and all.
They're not satisfied with holding just Bravo. They are going for Alpha to make it a little bit faster. Quick death for the Anarchists this round. 80-30, 50 points difference. I believe that's more than all the 3 previous rounds combined.
Most definitely.
the,
But just look at it. I'm still in amazement, not going to lie, guys. I thought Dutchies were in to lose 4-0 here, but they've done something, and they truly have amazed me with their change in tactic and their ability to adapt and overcome what Anarchists were doing.
Wow. Looks like they may have blown them away.
You know, I said it in the previous games, and I'm going to say it once again. If you are losing 3-0, you want to fight that last round. You know, you are fighting for at least 1 point, but you are most importantly fighting for your pride. You know, you have to show that you're not going to give up, even if you're losing 3-0, and that's what they are just showcasing right now.
Yeah, I think in this last round they've definitely shown the men and not boys here, because the boys' heads would have gone down, and they definitely haven't. It's well like to see. Well done, Dutchies.
And I'm just joining Mon, who set up his MG15 on the wall, just gunning people down in the open like an MG42 on D-Day. And yeah, he's doing an absolutely great job. But I think Dutchies, all in all, awesome work in that last round. And I don't know what they did. I don't know who put a firecracker up their arseholes, but they did an awesome job there. I mean, watching this, Crow, after seeing this round, who would you give man of the match to, or like how would we decide this now going forward?
Now you know when you are looking at the man of the match, it really tends to you have the you have the temptation, or how would I call it? You have the tendency to give it to the player with the best score. In this case, it is the best score. It is the player with the best score, and he's also the movement and the tactics that he's playing. Definitely, my MVP for this match would be the Lecter.
Oh, I was definitely going to say the same thing. His ability to slay and make the right decisions by sitting and waiting for the spawn, but none of that really matters. Dutchies unfortunately couldn't get the win here. Anarchist winning 4-1, 3-1. I can't do my math right. Winning 3-1. But all I can say is, well played, Dutchies. You walked out of that high, and you slapped Anarchist about in that 4th round. Well done, guys.
Here, here.
So yeah, that was guys.
Here, here.
It was really two active games. I really enjoyed this game. I really enjoyed the match. 4 rounds full of action, full of good tactics, good movement. It was a really good team play, and I absolutely loved this match. I believe it was one of the most impressive matches that we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, most definitely. Really enjoyable. Dutchies have been doing great this whole group stage in this whole season, and they really impressed me in that last round. And I think their captain and their players need to be proud of themselves. They really do.
Yeah, they've not let the side down at all.
But yeah, I mean, going to the their group stage here in the BCL and seeing where they sit and seeing how things are going to affect them, if I could just find it. Unfortunately, Dutchies will be sitting on 2 points now with 4 games played. Unfortunately, not at the bottom of the board, but they'll be happy to know they're going to be just under XAnarchist, who with that 1 game have managed to overtaken them. So it's a shame, but XAnarchist are going to be happy with that. I mean, it's a pretty hard group considering when you've got Octopus leading the top of your table there with 12 points and 4 nils all around.
Yeah, well, the last season's winners, aren't you? Yeah, you can't look much past them in that group, to be fair.
Oh no, definitely not.
Yeah, 3-1 for the Anarchists. MVP definitely from my point of view. Lecter, good movement, good kills. He waited for the respawn, so you can see that he used the skills, but he used the brain as well. All the tactics, really good play from him. I enjoyed it.
Definitely. Well, thank you guys for joining us. I've been a wild time. I've been joined by Al and Krail. And yeah, this has been a Battle Epic live stream. Good night, guys, and hope you have a wild time.
Thank you and have a good night.
Good night, guys.